There's something special about the first page of a new sketchbook. A little intimidating, but also full of possibility. Since it's the new year, I thought I'd talk a bit about why I love beginning a brand new book, and why you may also want to start one too. A fresh start. There's a psychological magic in clean paper. A blank sketchbook is like hitting the reset button, both on your art and your mindset. There's no old drawings to compare yourself to, no past mistakes haunting you from earlier pages, just a clean slate waiting for whatever version of yourself that exists right now. A new sketchbook lets you leave behind all the pressure you've been carrying. If the last sketchbook was messy, that's fine. If it was amazing, even better. But now there's no pedestal to live up to. This new one is yours to play with. It gives your creativity a home. We're surrounded by ideas all the time, on social media, in conversations, in the world around us. But if they're not captured, they can drift away quite quickly. A sketchbook can become a little home for those ideas. A place where you can scribble, experiment, document your thoughts, or just doodle something random while your mind wanders. You don't need masterpieces here. Sketchbooks are for thinking on paper. And by starting a new one, you're giving yourself permission to have a dedicated space for this year's ideas, experiments, and growth. It tracks your growth. I love flipping through old sketchbooks, not to judge my art, but to see how far I've come. The cool thing is you can never really see the improvement day to day. It's too small, it's too subtle. But sketchbooks can be like time capsules in that every page quietly records your progress. All those awkward lines, the confident strokes, and those experiments that kind of surprised you, all of it becomes a visual diary of your own artistic journey. And when you start a sketchbook at the beginning of the year, you get a literal before and after by the time December comes around. It builds a habit. There's something powerful about starting a routine at the beginning of a new year. It feels more official somehow. And keeping a sketchbook is one of the easiest and most rewarding artistic habits to build. You don't need to sit down for hours either. You can fill a page a day, a week, or just doodle whenever inspiration taps you on the shoulder. But the act of showing up page after page, that builds your creative muscle, and that's what can lead to breakthroughs. It encourages experimentation. A brand new sketchbook is an invitation to try things you haven't before. New mediums, new styles and themes, or even just new ways of thinking. Maybe this is the year you try more colour, or more loose sketches. Or you focus on anatomy, characters, landscapes, whatever sparks excitement. Because it's new, there's no pressure to match anything. Every page can be different or a surprise. Some of the best art comes from moments when you let yourself mess around without expectation. It's a safe place. In a world where so much art is shared online, a sketchbook can be your private creative sanctuary. Not everything needs to be posted, polished, or perfect. Some things can just be for you. Starting a sketchbook gives you permission to keep some parts of your creativity off the stage, a place to explore in ways that feel personal and authentic. It sparks motivation. There's something deeply motivating about holding a brand new book in your hands. It's weighty, it's full, but also empty. And you get to fill that in page by page. Every time you open it, it reminds you that you get to make something today, and that can be a really amazing feeling. It marks the beginning of a story. Sketchbooks are journeys. You start on page 1, not knowing what page 9 or page 30 will look like, but that mystery is part of the fun. A new year is the perfect time to begin a new story, one where you can evolve, experiment, and rediscover your love for creating. So as you finish up your first page, think about all the drawings, ideas, and little moments that are going to fill the rest of your sketchbook. You don't know what any of them will look like yet, but that's the exciting part. A new sketchbook is the beginning of a new creative chapter, a place to grow, try, and be brave with your art. Every time you open a fresh sketchbook, you are a wizard holding a spellbook, each page a spell waiting to be cast. So here's to a creative new year, a new sketchbook, and a little bit of everyday magic.